Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and what a wild night in the NBA, man. Game I'm here to talk about is the Minnesota Timberwolves beating the Houston Rockets 110-108 reaction, and then I'll do the Warriors game after I upload this. But there's been insane games, man. The Atlanta-Detroit game, 130-129 to overtime. The Lakers beat the Pacers 130-130. Sixers-Bulls 157-137. Dallas and Denver was pretty entertaining, so some good games tonight across the league. But first game of the ESPN doubleheader went to overtime, but the second one's what I mainly watched. Timberwolves beat the Rockets 110-108. That fourth quarter in overtime, I cannot believe what I was watching. We'll get to the refs, but Minnesota has a 93-82 lead, and then the Rockets going like a 12-0 run to take the lead. 1 point overtime, outscored them 24-2, and then all of a sudden, here comes Minnesota. It was 108 to like 95? I think it was a 15-0 run to end the game. The refs were brutal. Scott Foster's just a monstrosity, or how the fuck you say that word. Just awful. Unbelievable ruling. Şengün on that play, that offensive foul was clearly moving, and then I thought Naz Reid said he's moving, he ejects him. I'm like, why is it every game Scott Foster refs on national TV? We always had to bring up the referees instead of the cinema we got in that fourth quarter in overtime. The insane 13-0 run by Houston and the 15-0 run by Minnesota. Really entertaining to watch. It's every single time there's a national TV game Scott Foster refs, we can't talk about the great ball we watched. He caught a terrible flagrant on, who was it? Julius Randle, if I'm not mistaken. And one of those, Şengün on one of them did, I think near the end, he got that game-saving block, which was aura, I'm not going to lie. His mouth all bloody and goes and blocks it. But the refs were definitely trash there at the end. It was brutal basketball to watch, but Julius Randle was fantastic in that overtime. Julius Randle was incredible on defense. Then he hits the clutch go-ahead jumper. He was really good clutch in that overtime period when they needed him. They're down 4 starters. Jay McDaniels fouls out. Rudy Gobert, he didn't foul out, but he got took out of the game. What happened to Jay McDaniels? Did he get hurt or something? Did he get hurt? I don't know if he got hurt or not, but he wasn't on the floor, I don't think. Gobert fouls out. Naz Reid gets ejected by that moron Scott Foster. Anthony Edwards isn't playing, so you're down 4 starters right there, but Julius Randle comes through in overtime. To be honest, I guess maybe he did foul Şengün multiple times, but Foster shot his wad on corrupt calls. Randle played significantly more physical than Rudy on the flopping Şengün the entire game. That one where he did get his mouth busted open. He didn't flop there, but it's just other plays he flops, and it's frustrating to watch. But after that, I'm done with Scott Foster. I want to talk about that the whole video. The Wolves led by 11 in the fourth quarter with 3:47 left. The Rockets make a 12-0 run to take a 1-point lead. Wolves take the lead back. KD then ties it with a free throw. Şengün has the clutch block to force OT. The Rockets come to 13-0 and start overtime. I'm like, this game's over. But then the Wolves a 15-0 run to win the game. Scott Foster really felt like he did try to rig this game. That's definitely a watchable game. But you can't tell me NBA isn't rigged sometimes. But maybe this could be a potential playoff series, but if Scott Foster's reffing it, I don't want to see it. But this was an absolutely insane game. Back and forth, huge runs in the fourth quarter, and then overtime. 3 huge runs from the fourth quarter to overtime. I felt the refs were kind of fucking the Wolves in this game. But then they make that 15-0 run, and then Kevin Durant gets fouled, and of course he gets that call, right? Julius didn't get that call at the end of regulation. I didn't see much of a foul there where KD was driving to the basket. There was way more illegal contact in the Randle drive than the KD one. I thought that was just defense, but I thought it was the old wait to see if it falls whistle and then call it. But of course, Kevin Durant chokes. And he misses the free throw. And then they didn't get a shot up on the inbound with like 1 second left. Missed second one on purpose, goes out of bounds, stays their possession, but they didn't get a shot up. So, but that's definitely the win of the season right there for the Timberwolves. My goodness. To come from a 15-0 run to win the game with missing, 3 or 4 starters is really impressive. Jay McDaniels did get injured, by the way. Rhodey and Nas got Scott Fostered. And also forgot, Ayo DeSumo was out in this game, so a key rotation player, and they still managed to get the win in this game. So, great win for Minnesota. As for Houston, man, they made that run to come back, and then had that huge run at the start of overtime, scored the first 13 points, and then they outscored 15-0. The Rockets didn't score on 4 consecutive possessions until the final 4 possessions of regulation. They then scored on their first 6 possession overtime, and the Wolves ended overtime in a 15-0 run. The Timberwolves are the first team since 02-03, as far as you have on the play-by-play day, to win a game after trailing by 13-plus points in overtime. It's like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down, up and down, roller coaster. A game between these two teams. One of the more stressful regular season games. Is not even a fan of either of these teams. But it's just at the last 2 minutes and 30 seconds of overtime, was really telling. The only stat that wasn't 0 for the Rockets was turnovers. They went 0 for 4 in the field. They went 0 for 2 at the line. They took 1 3 missed. They missed all their 2-pointers. Turned it over twice. While Minnesota had 15 points, had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, made 6 of their 7 shots, hit a 3, hit a free throw, made their 2 threes, made 4 of their 5 2-pointers, had 1 offensive rebound, 3 defensive rebounds, got a steal, had 5 points off turnovers. Just embarrassing, man. Because this Rockets team always finds a way to lose. I was really impressed with the way they come back. Of course, they had that 11-0 run to come back. I know they'll criticize the rest, but come back from that 11-0 run, then you start overtime a 15-0 run. You just can't lose that game if you're Houston, man. Kevin Durant really showed up in the 4th quarter in overtime. He ended up with 30 points. Sengun ended up with 30. Jabari Smith with 16. Amon Thompson 11, 10, and 9, a near triple-double. Reed Shepard did struggle, and just with this Rockets team, man, you don't get much off the bench. Like, Tari Eason's now on the bench, but you're not getting much. Like, Aaron Holiday, Clint Capella, Eason, Jay Shante, Dorian Finney. It's just you're not getting much scoring from the bench. Has been a main problem with this team. Reed Shepard's been struggling from 3 lately. But I still think you keep him in the starting lineup. He's a really good shooter. He'll make his shots at some point. But Kevin Durant did start off the game cold. He didn't get going until the 4th quarter and overtime, until he missed the free throws. 6 turnovers, which hurt bad. He had 6 turnovers. I'm not going to put the full game on him, but he did have 6 turnovers, and he misses a key free throw late. So it's hard not to put some blame on Kevin Durant, right? But it's just you don't get much from your bench, and it's really Sengun and Durant trying to carry you. That's why you lost to Chicago. Nobody did shit besides those two. And Jabari, I mean, he had 16 and 12. Like, he wasn't bad, but it's like maybe you need more of those shots to fall from Reed Shepard. He missed some open shots, but I think it's the most fun regular season game probably one of the ones I've watched this season. I don't want hate the refs, but still. Scott Foster was garbage, but this was a hell of a back-and-forth game. And blowing an 11-point lead to the Rockets, which is a few minutes left, is tough, and no excuses. Obviously, they blew the lead, but refs were pretty damn brutal. When I say refs, I mean Scott Foster. But yeah, this was a hell of a back-and-forth basketball game here in a damn Wednesday night. Back-and-forth runs, pretty low scoring for a majority of it. The reason the Rockets were able to kind of stay within reach was getting to the free throw line because their offense was struggling. But they finally got going in that 4th quarter in the final 3 minutes, and then clutch block by Sengun there. I thought Randall got fouled, and then they call that one in overtime with 2 seconds left. I'm like, come on. If you're going to call it one way, don't call foul that and give Durant free throws. First one was more of a foul than the second one, but this was a hell of a game, though, at the end. 110-108 your final score. Minnesota scores 110 points. Let's get to the stats here. 45-28 record. Minnesota improves to 25-13 at home. 110 points. 23 in the first quarter, 21 in the second quarter, 26 in the third quarter, 25 in the fourth quarter, 15 in overtime for Houston, 19 in the first quarter, 24 in the second quarter, 25 in the third quarter, 27 in the fourth quarter, and 13 in overtime. They dropped to a 43-29 record, 18-19 on the road, scored 108 points. Kevin Durant, 30 points, 9 of 22 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 10 of 12 at the line, 8 assists, 6 turnovers, 10 of 12 at the line. Jabari Smith, 16 points, 7 of 15 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 12 rebounds. Şengün, 30 points, 12 of 22 from the field, 6 of 6 at the line, 6 rebounds, 3 assists with 4 blocks. Amen Thompson, 11 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 at the line, 9 rebounds, 10 assists with 2 blocks. Shepard, 10 points, 3 of 13 from the field, 2 of 10 from 3, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. Finney Smith, 0 points. Eason, 3 points, 1 of 7 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 8 rebounds. Jayshawn Tate, 5 points, 1 of 2 from the field and 3. Clint Capella, 0 points, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks. Holiday, 3 points, 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, and they shot 41% from the field, 9 of 29, 31% from 3. Just a really big weakness for this Rockets team. 23 of 25, 92% at the line. 54 rebounds, 26 assists, 20 turnovers. That's kind of a thing, man. This team turns the ball over a lot, and they're not a great three-point shooting team. 6 steals, 10 blocks, 17 O-boards, 37 D-boards, and 15 fouls. For Minnesota, Julius Randle, 24 points, 11 to 27 from the field, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. McDaniels, 25 points, 10 to 17 from the field, 3-4 from 3. Gobert, 14 points, 7 to 13 from the field, 14 rebounds, 5 blocks. Great game from Rudy Gobert. Mike Conley, 5 points, 2 6 from the field, 1 5 from 3, 6 assists, 5 rebounds. Dante Divincenzo, 17 points, 6 of 15 from the field, 5 of 12 from 3. Kyle Anderson, slow-mo. 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and a block. Naz Reid, 14 points, 13 rebounds, 5 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 at the line, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Hell of an effort from him. Bones Highland, 8 points, 3 11 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 8 assists. And Terrence Shannon Jr. played only 2 minutes, but he was a +9. Timberwolves shot 42% from the field, 13 of 37, 35% from 3, 7 of 10, 70% line, 49 rebounds, 27 assists, 15 turnovers, 12 steals, 11 steals, 15 turnovers, 12 blocks, 16 O-boards, 33 D-boards, and 23 fouls. So, that's all I have to say for this video. Hell of a game. Leave a like, subscribe for more. Till next time, Alkalite. Peace, and I'll be back here with the Warriors game in a little bit.